Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Taking a fashion risk, bold and beautiful Don Diamont gets crabby, don't even think about hating. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. What better way to wind down and get rejuvenated than to take a spring vacation, and that's exactly what the bold and the beautiful Don Diamont Bill and his wife Cindy Ambuhl ex-Amy, ex-Kim, ex-Bunny did this month. The couple made their way from Los Angeles, California all the way to Miami, Florida for the perfect trip to visit their oldest son Lauren and his fiancé Nick. We were excited to see their new home in person, which is beautiful, Diamont stated. And don't even think about hating on our Joe S. Stone crab bibs. We make those stain-proof neckties look good. The CBS soap actor shared 9 beautiful photos from their family getaway. In the first, the foursome smiled for the camera while dining at an oceanside restaurant, and in the next, it appears that they could be showing off the young couple's new house Diamont talked about. Other pics included shots of the star on a jet ski while enjoying time with his boy on the water, plus photos from the beach and more. And of those bibs? Well, you have to see the group snap for yourself, but Diamont was right, they do make them look good. And while in Florida, he passed along a travel tip for those who plan to visit in the future. If you're in Miami, I strongly suggest you take at least part of the beautiful Lifeguard Tower walk along the 7.9-mile stretch of Miami Beach from South Point's Lighthouse Tower to North Shore Open Space Park, Diamont urged. You can get in some exercise and admire these very special towers that vary in design and color. Cindy and I loved it. In the world of fashion, where trends can change as swiftly as the wind, taking risks is both an art and a necessity. For the suave and charismatic Don Diamont, renowned for his portrayal of the debonair Bill Spencer Jr. on the hit soap opera Bold and Beautiful, embracing bold fashion choices is second nature. But on this particular day, Don decided to push the boundaries even further, diving headfirst into uncharted sartorial waters that promised to make waves. It all started with a whimsical idea that sparked in Don's mind as he perused through a glossy magazine spread featuring avant-garde fashion. His eyes lingered on a striking ensemble, one that combined elements of high fashion with a touch of the unexpected. Inspired by the audacity of the design, Don felt a surge of excitement coursing through him, a thrill of anticipation at the prospect of daring to defy convention. Don't even think about hating, Don muttered to himself with a mischievous grin as he envisioned the reactions his fashion risk would elicit. With newfound determination, Don embarked on a quest to assemble the perfect ensemble, one that would capture attention, spark conversation, and perhaps even challenge preconceived notions of what constitutes style. He raided his extensive wardrobe, sifting through racks of impeccably tailored suits and shelves adorned with designer accessories until he unearthed the piece de resistance, a garment so bold, so unconventional, that it practically dared him to wear it. The centerpiece of Don's audacious ensemble was a haute couture blazer unlike any other. Crafted from luxurious silk adorned with a kaleidoscope of vibrant hues, the blazer exuded an air of flamboyance tempered by exquisite craftsmanship. Its lapels were embellished with shimmering crystals that caught the light with every movement, casting prismatic reflections that danced across the fabric like ethereal fireflies. But it wasn't just the blazer that commanded attention. Don paired it with equally daring elements, a pair of tailored trousers in a contrasting pattern that clashed and complemented in equal measure, and a crisp white shirt adorned with a bold geometric print that echoed the blazer's vibrant palette. Accessories were chosen with care. A statement watch adorned his wrist, its gleaming dial a testament to timeless elegance, while a pair of sleek leather loafers added a touch of sophistication to the ensemble. As Don surveyed himself in the mirror, he couldn't help but feel a surge of exhilaration at the sight of his reflection. Gone was the familiar image of Bill Spencer Jr., the impeccably dressed tycoon, replaced instead by a vision of audacious style and unbridled confidence. Stepping out onto the bustling streets of Los Angeles, Don braced himself for the inevitable stares and whispers that would follow in his wake. But to his surprise, the reactions were far more varied than he had anticipated. Some cast admiring glances his way, their eyes alight with appreciation for his bold fashion statement. Others furrowed their brows in confusion, their minds struggling to reconcile the audacity of his ensemble with their notions of conventional style. But amidst the sea of reactions, there was one that stood out above all others, a lone figure standing on the corner, clad in a weathered trench coat and a weary expression. As Don approached, he couldn't help but notice the man's gaze fixated on his ensemble, a flicker of something akin to admiration glimmering in his eyes. "Don't even think about hating," Don repeated with a knowing smile as he reached the man's side. The man looked up, startled by Don's sudden presence, but a smile slowly spread across his weathered features as he took in the sight before him. "Bold choice," he remarked, his voice tinged with a hint of gruff approval. For a moment, the two men stood in companionable silence, united by a shared appreciation for the transformative power of fashion. In that moment, Don realized that his fashion risk wasn't just about making a statement, it was about embracing the unexpected, challenging convention, and connecting with others in ways he never thought possible. As he continued on his journey, Don couldn't help but feel a renewed sense of confidence coursing through him, a reminder that true style isn't just about the clothes you wear, but the courage to wear them with conviction. And so, with each step he took, Don Diamont embraced the bold and the beautiful, secure in the knowledge that his fashion risk had paid off in ways he could have never imagined. Don Diamont, the suave heartthrob of Bold and Beautiful, had always been known for his impeccable fashion sense. With his chiseled jawline and piercing blue eyes, he effortlessly commanded attention both on and off screen. But today, there was something different about him, something daring, something crabby. It was a brisk autumn morning when Don decided to take a fashion risk unlike any he had taken before. Stepping out of his luxury penthouse in downtown Los Angeles, he felt a surge of excitement tingling in his veins. Today was the day he would unveil his latest sartorial masterpiece to the world. As he strutted down the bustling streets, heads turned and whispers spread like wildfire. The paparazzi, always hungry for the next big scoop, couldn't believe their luck as they caught sight of Don's audacious ensemble. Gone were the tailored suits and designer labels that usually adorned his frame. Instead, Don was clad head to toe in a vibrant, eye-catching crab costume. Bright red claws extended from his hands, and a pair of googly eyes adorned the top of his head. But it wasn't just any crab costume, oh no, this was haute couture at its finest. The claws were encrusted with Swarovski crystals, shimmering in the morning sunlight. The shell was made of intricately woven silk, each thread hand-stitched by the finest artisans in Milan. And the googly eyes, well, those were a stroke of pure genius, adding a touch of whimsy to an otherwise avant-garde ensemble. As Don made his way to the set of Bold and Beautiful, he couldn't help but revel in the stares of disbelief that followed him wherever he went. Some people laughed, others gasped in astonishment, but one thing was for certain: nobody could tear their eyes away from him. Arriving on set, Don was greeted with a mixture of amusement and admiration from his co-stars. Catherine Kelly Lang, the legendary matriarch of the show, couldn't help but chuckle as she took in his crustacean-inspired attire. "Don, darling, you never cease to amaze me," she exclaimed, her eyes twinkling with mirth. "I must say, you make quite the dashing crab." Don flashed her a grin, his confidence radiating like a beacon. "Why, thank you, Catherine. I always say, fashion is about taking risks and embracing the unexpected." And take risks he did. Throughout the day, Don's crab costume became the talk of the town, dominating headlines and social media feeds alike. Fans couldn't get enough of the bold fashion statement, showering him with praise and admiration for his fearless approach to style. But amidst the flurry of attention, Don remained grounded, his humility shining through like a beacon of light. When asked about his unconventional outfit choice, he simply shrugged and replied with a wink, "Life's too short to play it safe. Besides, who doesn't love a good crab?" As the day drew to a close and the cameras stopped rolling, Don bid farewell to his co-stars and made his way back home. Despite the exhaustion weighing heavily on his shoulders, there was a spring in his step and a twinkle in his eye.